now, preview time. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.
What is going on, everybody, and welcome to another episode of one of the new shows here on the channel, Albumversearies, the show that goes track by track on albums that are celebrating an anniversary. Now, today's artist is a multi-talented individual who made her first television appearance on Barney and Friends when she was only 10 years old. She went on to be a major part of Disney's television renaissance in the late 2000s and early 2010s. She starred in the films Spring Breakers with Vanessa Hudgens and Ashley Benson, Monte Carlo with Leighton Meester and Andie MacDowell, Getaway with Ethan Hawke, and can currently be seen on the Hulu original series Only Murders in the Building, alongside Steve Martin and Martin Short. And if you haven't figured it out by now, today's artist is Selena Gomez and her album Rare, which is celebrating its 5th anniversary today. Now, my love of Selena's work may surprise some people, but let me try to put it all into context. Some of you may know, others may not, but I have a 16-year-old daughter named Natalie. She was very little during the Disney television renaissance that I spoke of earlier. And we also had another young child in the house at the time, Jeff's son, my nephew, Dylan. So between the two kids, Disney Channel was on pretty much all the time. So we saw a lot of Wizards of Waverly Place, which was Selena's contribution to the Disney Channel block of shows. Her character of Alex Russo was most definitely the show's stealer as she was designed to be. And if you watch Only Murders in the Building, she's kind of a grown-up version of Alex Russo. When Selena ventured more into music, we followed. There was just something about it that was fun. Definitely what you would call bubblegum pop, in the vein of Britney Spears, Jessica Simpson, Mandy Moore, and even early Christina Aguilera, but with a bit of that sass that she brought as Alex Russo. As a matter of fact, I can almost trace my admiration for another female artist that I adore today, Kelsea Ballerini, to my adoration for Selena Gomez. Both women deliver fun, poppy tunes, although Kelsea resides more in country pop, while Selena would be more dance pop. Both women deliver thought-provoking lyrics. Who Says, The Heart Wants What It Wants, Homecoming Queen, Rolling Up the Welcome Mat. And both women bring a level of playful sass to their tunes. Now, Rare is the 3rd solo album by Selena Gomez, and the 5th overall if you count the 2 albums that came out, Selena Gomez and The Scene. And the 6th if you count her greatest hits album, which was thrown in the middle there, entitled For You. She described the album as her diary over the previous couple of years. The album featured the singles Lose You to Love Me, Look at Her Now, and the title track, Rare. The deluxe edition featured a 4th single entitled Boyfriend, all of which we'll get to as we get into the album. The album received positive reviews from music critics who praised its production and cohesiveness, with many calling it Gomez's best album to date. This is very evident as it went to the #1 spot on a number of charts, worldwide, including Argentina, Australia, Belgium, Canada, Estonia, Lithuania, Mexico, Norway, Portugal, Scotland, and here in the US on the Billboard 200. We will be covering the deluxe edition as it gives us the ability to cover all songs that were recorded for the various versions of the album. And it really lets us go deeper into that diary that Selena referenced earlier on. The album kicks off with Boyfriend, which was co-written by Selena along with Julia Michaels, Justin Tranter, John Weiner, and Sam Homey. And I said earlier it was the 4th and final single released from the album. The song has a standard house-style beat, which traditionally I am just not fond of. But there's something about the way that the bass hits on the track that keeps the head bopping along. Selena said in an interview that it's a lighthearted song about falling down and getting back up, time and time again in love, but also knowing that you don't need anyone other than yourself to be happy. I feel it was definitely a great way to kick off the album. Now, the second song on the album and the first single from the album, Lose You to Love Me, begins with a very somber piano and the opening line, He promised the world, and I fell for it. Right away, before I got any deeper into the song, I knew this was going to be a gut wrencher. Co-written by Gomez, Michaels, and Tranter, along with Matthias Larsson and Robin Fredrickson, the song contains some very emotional and powerful lyrics that are designed to empower and help discover's one true self. The single became Selena's first #1 song on Billboard's Hot 100, and it's really not hard to see why. It also went to #1 in Canada and Ireland. The song apparently was written in only 45 minutes, making it the fastest composed Selena Gomez song to date. Chris Molyneux from Slate magazine stated that with only piano and Gomez's voice, the song then grows ever more stirring with plucked strings, a choir of backing vocals, and more than halfway through, a subtle heartbeat thump. That's the closest thing to a beat in the whole song. I couldn't agree with it more. It really helps to showcase Selena's fantastic voice and the power contained within it. Now, track 3 was the third and final single off of the standard edition of the album, and the title song, Rare. The song was co-written by Gomez, Madison Love, Brett McLaughlin, Nolan Lambrosa, and Simon Rosen. Selena originally declined the song, but later on changed her mind and was able to receive it via her label's A&R. In an interview with Billboard, Gomez said that, "I have always loved that song, and I always wanted it to be the title of the record, and I felt like it was a great compliment to where I left off with my other singles because it is honest and raw, and basically saying, quote, I know I don't have it all. I'm not perfect, but I know that I deserve great, and I deserve love, and I deserve all of it. Self-love," end quote. It's just one of those things where it's a confidence thing, but without being cocky. Much like Boyfriend, the drums and the bass just keep your head bopping along the entire time. It's an infectious earworm of a song. The fourth track, entitled Souvenir, was co-written by Gomez and Love, along with Sean Douglas and Ian Kirkpatrick. It's a catchy dance pop track that, again, has an earworm chorus, toe-tap worthy, but also slightly forgettable, if that makes any sense. Basically, it's worth an occasional spin, but it's also skippable if you're not in the mood. Look at Her Now is track 5, and it was the second single from the album. Co-written by Gomez, Michaels, Tranter, and Kirkpatrick, it's a catchy dance pop, synth pop tune whose chorus can give you a headache if you're not careful. In an article for Rolling Stone magazine, Brittany Spanos described the song as, quote, an upbeat, club-primed song that sounds like a part 2 to Lose You to Love Me, while Chris Murphy from the Vulture website said that he saw Gomez as, quote, an incredibly famous girl singing in the third person about getting over her incredibly famous ex-boyfriend. This is the second Ian Kirkpatrick collaboration, and I personally just wasn't feeling either one. I'll take the raw emotion in Lose You to Love Me any day over Look at Her Now. Do you agree with me or disagree? Let me know in the comments. On track 6's She, Gomez once again collaborated with Tranter, Weiner, and Home, along with, and I apologize if I butcher the name here, Uzoechi Emenike. And in this song, Selena admits that she's a girl with good intentions who's made some bad decisions, but also references how she wishes she could tell the girl in question how she's enough to get out of this place and to watch her back because she's worth way more than that. It's definitely as catchy as the other tracks on the album, with more of a replay-worthy quality than the previous two songs, at least in my personal opinion here. Track 7 is the first track to feature a guest spot, and it's an artist named Black on the song Crowded Room. The song was co-written by Gomez, Lambrosa, and Rosen, along with Bebe Rexha, Simon Wilcox, and Ricardo Valentine. The song features a very simple beat with some light scratches just before Black jumps on the track. And Black has one of those auto-tune sounding flows, which I'm not a fan of. However, the breathy nature of Selena's vocals, specifically on the chorus, give me goosebumps every time. On track 8, Vulnerable, Gomez co-writes the song along with Amy Allen, Jonathan Bellin, Jordan Johnson, and Stefan Johnson. Lyrically, the song finds Gomez struggling to let someone in. In the chorus, she even sings, quote, "If I show you all my demons and we dive into the deep end, would we crash and burn like every time before?" You can see her wondering whether the guy can actually handle her if she showed her vulnerabilities to him. Quinn Moreland from Pitchfork said that the song is Gomez's best performance, going on to state that she sounds firm and assured even when she dips into a whisper. For Dance Again, which is the 9th track on the deluxe edition, Gomez once again co-writes with Larson, Fredrickson, and Tranter, and this time she adds Caroline Allen to the mix. The song was originally intended to be used to promote CBS Sports and Turner Sports' coverage of the 2020 NCAA college basketball tournament, the Final Four. Sadly, the song was never used as the tournament was canceled due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The lyrics are very telling. Quote, "Happiness ain't something you sit back and you wait for. Confidence is throwing your heart through every brick wall. I kickstart the rhythm, all the traumas in remission. No, I don't need permission to dance again." This very easily could have been released as a single once the restrictions from COVID had been lifted, as everybody was able to go back out and have fun. In essence, they were able to dance again. The album's 10th song is entitled Ring, and it was co-written by Gomez, Douglas, and Lambrosa, and new collaborators, Julie Frost, Brian Isaac, and David Siente. In the lyrics, Selena shows off an air of confidence as she talks about how she has various men wrapped around her like a ring, how they circle her like satellites, how when she puts it down, they call her up repeatedly, so she lets the phone ring. The vibe of the song is very chill and laid back, the kind where you would pull up a chair, light up a smoke, grab a tasty beverage, kick your feet up, and just relax and vibe to it. Now, A Sweeter Place is track 11, and it features Kid Cudi on the track. Cudi co-wrote the song with Selena, along with frequent album collaborators Love, Kirkpatrick, and Emanike. In the song, Selena longs for a place where she can hide away, French kiss her worries away, and sugarcoat the taste of reality. Now, while lyrically I can get behind her lamenting and think we all long for a place like that sometimes, at 4 minutes and 23 seconds, this is the longest song on the album, and it feels long. Also, I don't feel that Kid Cudi really adds anything of value to the track. I would have chosen a different collaborator for the male's verse, but again, that's just me. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Track 12 on the album is called People You Know, and it was co-written by Gomez, Matthew Jomfy the Pine, apologize if I mispronounced that, Alexandra Hope, Steph Jones, Lil Aaron, and Jason Evigan. The track is a funky, up-tempo track about how relationships can change. Quote, "We used to be close, but people can go from people you know to people you don't. And what hurts the most is people can go from people you know to people you don't." It's a song that I think we all can relate to, I think. The song ended up going viral on TikTok and as a result, even charted in Portugal, peaking at number 143 on their charts. Not bad for a song not released as a single. On track 13's Cut You Off, Selena just comes out with guns blazing. Quote, "Pull up to the mirror, staring at my face. Gotta chop all the extra weight I've been carrying for 1,460 days. Gotta clean my slate. And I might as well just tell you while I'm drunk. Yeah, the truth is, I think I've had enough. Professionally messing with my trust. How could I confuse that shit for love?" Clearly, the narrator has had enough. And I feel like as the song progresses, David Pramick, Liza Owen, and Chloe Angelettes help Selena get across the message of the song. A lot of people speculate that the song is about Justin Bieber, but there has been no confirmation as of yet. Track 14's Let Me Get Me brings Gomez back with collaborators Larson, Fredrickson, Tranter, and Allen. In the song, Selena sings about feeling a sense of freedom from the thoughts in her head. And she doesn't want the joy that she feels to be shot down. The song definitely has some characteristics of dance again, making it an infectious groove that you can't stop tapping your toes to. Now, as we begin to wind things down on the deluxe edition with track 15 out of 17, Kinda Crazy talks about a guy who's changed in a bad way, and she feels like he's gone crazy. The guy is acting shady, dodging phone calls, and lying just for fun. Jasmine Thompson, Rami Yacoub, Albin Nedler, and Christopher Fogelmark really help Gomez and Tranter bring together everything. For Fun, which is track 16, Selena describes falling into a relationship with someone that she knows is bad for her. It's playful, catchy, and has similar characteristics to co-writer Julia Michaels' solo music. In addition to Gomez and Michaels, the song was co-written with the help of Scott Harris, Raul Cubina, and Mark Williams. A lot of critics have praised the song as a brighter take on her 2017 single, Bad Liar. Now, the final track of the deluxe edition album, but not the last song we're going to discuss, Feel Me, was co-written by Gomez along with Jacob Kasher, Amar Malik, Ross Golan, Lisa Skinta, Phil Shoy, Curtis McKenzie, and John Mills. And the song is about an ex who won't forget their significant other anytime soon. She hopes her presence and memory sticks with them even when they are no longer together. It's definitely mellow vibe, and it makes it almost hypnotic. Now, the Target and International Deluxe editions of the album had an additional 5 songs. Bad Liar, Fetish featuring Gucci Mane, It Ain't Me, which is a song by Kygo that featured Selena, Back to You, which is from the 13 Reasons Why Season 2 soundtrack, and Wolves featuring Marshmello. Now, Bad Liar features Gomez collaborating with Tranter, Michaels, and Kirkpatrick, along with David Byrne, Chris France, and Tina Weymouth. The song interpolates the Talking Heads song, Psycho Killer, and was released as a single on May 18th, 2017. Lyrically, the song is about trying to hide magical feelings for someone new, but not quite being able to. The song delivers, and Billboard magazine even ranked it as the #1 song of 2017. Now for Fetish, Gomez collaborated with Chloe Angeletti, Brett McLaughlin, Gino Barletta, Jonas Gberg, Alex Schwartz, Joe Kajadorian, and rapper Gucci Mane. The song was released as a single on July 13th, 2017, and in the lyrics, Selena acts as the object of affection of an obsessive sexual partner. Despite the fact that she was in a relationship with The Weeknd during the recording of the track, it's been said that it is not built around their relationship. Selena even commented on this topic during an interview saying, quote, "I think for me, I like to keep that really separated. So as much as that has been inspiring, the moment I start doing something because I'm influenced by someone else, it just doesn't work out." I personally am not really a fan of trap pop music, so sadly, that completely turned me off on the song. Lyrically, I enjoyed it except for Gucci Mane's part, but production beat-wise, I just didn't care for it at all. It Ain't Me is a track by Kygo that originally appeared on his Stargazing EP. Co-written by Kygo, Brian Lee, Ali Temposi, Andrew Watt, and Gomez. In the song, Selena breaks up with someone by asking who will take care of him when that person isn't her. Released as a single on February 16th, 2017, it begins with some smooth guitar playing as Gomez sings her verse. However, once the beat drops, it turns into every other EDM house song out there, which makes me lose interest immediately. By the time it hits the chorus, the way Selena's voice is tracked causes, at least me, an instant headache. Now, released on May 10th, 2018, Back to You, which was co-written by Parrish Warrington, Diedrich Van Elsis, Micah Prementh, Amy Allen, and Selena Gomez, and was the second single from the 13 Reasons Why Season 2 soundtrack. And it's an upbeat love ballad that sees Selena just sing her heart out and express her love for her significant other, even though that person may be able to hurt her again. Commercially, the song reached #1 in Israel, the top 5 in Australia, Canada, the Czech Republic, Greece, Hungary, Ireland, Malaysia, the Netherlands, Poland, Singapore, and Slovakia, the top 10 in Belgium, Finland, New Zealand, Norway, Portugal, and Scotland, as well as the top 20 in Denmark, Germany, Switzerland, Sweden, the United Kingdom, and here in the United States. The final song, entitled Wolves, is co-written with Christopher Cornstalk, better known as Marshmello, Andrew Watt, Brian Lee, Kieran Moore, Louis Bell, and Gomez. It was released as a single on October 25th, 2017, and it's about the journey to finding love. Now, this song is a lot less painful to get through as compared to It Ain't Me. It is still an EDM song. However, the headache-inducing thumping drums only last for a brief period of time as a bridge from the chorus to the verse. All in all, I can see why this entry into Selena Gomez's discography received such critical acclaim. It's a more mature sound, and its lyrical content is more mature, which is something different than what I'm used to hearing from her. I give this album a solid 8 out of 10. What do you guys think? Let me know. Leave your thoughts in the comments section below. and let's engage in some fun banter about the universal language that is music. That's going to just about wrap it up today for Albumversearies here on the Casa D18 Studios channel. Thank you for joining me, and until next time, I'll catch you guys later.